Good evening. Welcome to night 2 of Sun and Moon. Tonight we are going to practice restorative yoga. I have here with me 3 blankets. You can use any blankets that you have at home. I have 2 blocks in which you may not need them. And then I also have here a yoga bolster. You could replace this with any large fluffy pillows that you have at home. And same kind of goes for the blocks. We're really just going to be using them to add height to the restorative posture, to the restorative structure that we're going to create, that we're going to be using to our advantage in our rest practice. And so as we set up these postures, I'll explain all of that to you and give you better examples, but just so you know, have pillows, have blankets, have maybe, a cover up, something to keep warm, and feel free to set up your space in any ambient mood lighting and music that you might want to have. So for the start of our practice, I'm going to use one of these blankets right here, and I'm just going to fold it up into this long rectangular shape, and I'm going to sit on this. So sitting up on a little cushion is really nice no matter what time of day it is, but especially at the end of the day whenever maybe the body's a little bit tired and sitting down on the ground might be difficult and a struggle for your lower back, for your hips. Speaking of the hips, as we sit down here in Sukhasana to start, which is the legs crossed, right? You're going to maybe use some blocks or some pillows also underneath your knees and your thighs. And this will just let the thighs have something to rest down on, let them be heavy. So if you don't have them, maybe there's a lot of pulling happening through the inner thighs and the groin, and this alleviates some of that tension. So from here, sit up tall through your spine as much as you can. Soften your gaze or close your eyes and just start to notice your breath. Allow the muscles of your face to soften. And let your shoulders drop away from your neck. Allow your arms to be heavy. Feel where you have chosen to place your hands, wherever that may be. Feel the connection between your hands and whatever they're touching. And feel the floor beneath you and how the earth is rising up to meet you right where you are in the form of your floor, the foundation of whatever building you're in the form of your mat and these pillows that you've brought underneath you. And feel the support that's provided by the earth in all of the different forms that it takes. And let's take a few cleansing breaths to start to let go of your day and cleanse the mind of any excess activity. Taking a breath in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh. Another one, breathing in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh. Last one, breathe in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh, let out some noise. Okay, start to flutter your eyelids open And we'll set up for the first restorative posture that we'll be doing. So restorative postures are held from anywhere from 5 to 15, 20 minutes, as long as you're comfortable staying there. This first pose we're going to hold for the shorter amount of time, about 5 minutes. So let's start by turning to face the top edge of your mat, or just face whatever way is comfortable. I'm going to turn so it might be easier for you to see. And I'm going to stay sat onto my blanket. And I'm going to extend my legs out long in a wide V shape. It doesn't need to be your widest V shape, because we're really in restorative yoga not looking to create a stretch. We're looking to open the body, but ultimately we're trying to come to a place of restful awareness. So from here, you might have a little bend of your knees, and this is a great place to have more pillows, more blankets. Maybe you place blankets underneath those little bends of your knees, like so. And then grab as many pillows as you have access to. And I'm using blocks and a bolster, but with whatever you have that can bring the earth as close up to you as you possibly can, you're going to stack all of those pillows on top of one another. And then you're going to just let your spine round and lean over that prop stack. Again, not really trying to stretch, just trying to soften into an opening. And to be able to soften into that opening, it's important that you feel supported. So if you get into the posture and you're just like, no, there's no way that I could be here for 5 minutes, get up and go grab more stuff. Go grab as much as you can and pile it up as high as it needs to be so that you can really surrender the weight of your body into those props. I'm going to turn my forehead down to the backs of my hands. Close your eyes. Soften your jaw. Begin to slow your breath down, making the inhales even longer and the exhales longer than the inhales. Restorative yoga is a great way to prepare your body for restful sleep. And so maybe you're doing this right before bed, or maybe it's a little bit earlier in the evening, but no matter what, I want you to know that you really can't do this wrong. You're really just trying to let go of your day, let go of tension that might have built up in your body, your mind, and let your breath be a calming presence that you can rest your awareness on. We'll be here for a little bit longer. And just observe where your mind goes during the moments of silence. Let every exhale create more softness. start to come back to your breath. We're going to slowly, mindfully make our way out of this restorative forward fold. Use the strength of your arms to press down into whatever props you're laying on, and lift your head. Lift yourself back up to a seat. Eyes can stay closed until you're ready to gently flutter the eyelids open again. Let the light back in. And then we're going to set up for one more restorative pose that we'll hold for a little bit longer, and then from there I'll leave you to either stay there for as long as you want, or you can make your way off to bed. So start by using your hands under your knees to bend the knees and bring your legs back into a cross-legged seat perhaps, and we're going to build a little comfort, if you will. So let's deconstruct what we have created so far. And so if you have these yoga props, you're going to set them up in a similar way that I am. And if you do not, then you're going to use what you have to make this work. But basically, I want you to make a recliner for yourself. So if you have pillows, blankets, you can actually fold two blankets and some pillows up. So maybe like starting with this long rectangular fold, and then taking 1/3 of that and folding it over on itself so that you have this very small little incline. And then taking another one here and doing that exact same thing, taking 1/3 of it, folding it over on itself, and then an even larger incline. And then from there, if you have pillows, you could set some pillows up over that. So for me, I have the bolster, and you have an incline here. If you have the yoga props, the blocks, I like to do just one block on actually its lowest setting, and then a bolster with one side of it touching down on the ground, and then the other part elevated by the block. And so we have that recliner, that incline. And then take the blanket out that you were sitting on, and we're going to make a little pillow. So if you have just a regular pillow at home, you can use that. If you have mostly blankets, then you can make a blanket for yourself by folding one into this kind of squarish shape. And then you're going to take two corners of that square and turn them into the middle of the blanket so that you have kind of like a triangle shape. And then you're going to take this bottom edge of that triangle shape that you made and fold it over the rest of the blanket. And it's going to look something like this. And basically here you have a little divot that you can rest your head and a little roll for your neck. And you're going to set that blanket pillow, or just a pillow if you have that, at the top of your mat on that bolster or pillow incline. And then once you have your recliner set up, once you have the pillow right where you think your head will go, and you can adjust as we get to start laying down, you're going to go ahead and start to recline over these props. Just make sure that you have some more pillows nearby. Make sure that you maybe have some blankets nearby to cover up with or to create more support for you. And you're going to take either pillows or blankets and put them next to your mat on either side. And then have the soles of your feet on your mat as you start to lay down onto your prop stack. Adjust your pillows as you need to feel nice and comfortable here. And then just let your upper body relax into the support of your pillows and your props. And then the last little element of this restorative pose is to let the soles of the feet come together and let the knees go apart for what is called Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle in restorative yoga. And then this is where you grab those pillows that you set next to your mat or the blankets that you folded up and bring them right underneath your thighs and your knees so that your legs have something to rest down onto. Let your arms rest beside you. You can put pillows underneath your arms and your hands as well if you have that many pillows. Close your eyes. Cover up with a blanket if you have an extra one. And again, come to your breath. Let that steady inhale and exhale become longer. Let your awareness just float on your breath. Bring your awareness deeper and deeper into your being, into yourself. And then the next time that you hear my voice, we're going to say our goodbyes. But until then, just enjoy this time that you've carved out for winding down and resting with intention. remaining just as you are. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And just focus on your breath. If you wish, you can stay longer in this pose for as long as you want. There's no rush. Maybe from here, you slowly and mindfully start to make your way to bed. But even if you're not headed straight off to bed from here, try to make your way out of this pose as slowly and mindfully as you can. And this is where I'm going to leave you this evening. Thank you so much for practicing along with me. I'm so grateful that you were here. Feel gratitude for yourself for choosing to carve out some time to wind down, connect to yourself at the end of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well. Namaste.